In this 20-minute full body Vinyasa flow, we'll practice locking into focus by strengthening your body and finding the clarity of mind to focus on holding balancing postures. Finding balance on the mat will help you understand how you can cultivate a steady point of focus to cut out distractions and achieve balance in your life beyond your movement practice. I recommend having one yoga block handy for this class. A Tupperware box could work instead, but don't worry if you don't have any props. You'll still be able to enjoy this class. When you're ready to begin, come and lie down on your back in Supta Baddha Konasana reclined butterfly pose. Soles of your feet together, heels close in towards your pelvis and knees falling out wide. Place your left hand over your heart, right hand over your belly. Take a slow, full breath in and exhale completely. Slide your hands to your thighs, stroking down to knees, and then gently gather your knees in towards your chest, hugging knees in and gently rocking side to side. Then take small knee circles each way. Flex feet to the sky for happy baby, wrapping peace fingers around big toes or catching outer edges of feet or shins, gently opening out the knees to the side and drawing them down. Hug your knees back into chest and then rock all the way up to sit, coming to sit in a cross-legged position, Sukhasana, and we'll warm up the spine with a seated cat-cow, holding the knees or shins. Inhale to arch the spine, exhale to round. So inhale, squeezing shoulder blades together, exhale, rocking back on the sit bones. And just keep going a couple more rounds in time with your own breath. Return to neutral, extend your left leg out on a diagonal, open hip position. Option to sit up on the edge of a prop. Lower your left forearm inside left leg, bending laterally towards the straight leg to open up through your right side. Right hand resting on your bent knee or reaching it up and over towards the left toes. Trying not to collapse your chest, rotate it slightly up. Return to center, take your right hand on the floor behind you, sweep your left arm in a circle forward and back as you lift your hips for a big stretch, pushing the hips forward. Cactus your left arm now and circle it around. Keep lifted with the hips, but cactusing the arms, circling it round. Lower back down, and then switch position of your legs for the second side. So to start with, coming into that side bend, taking it nice and easy to begin. And then maybe reaching that left arm up and over. Uprighting, left hand back, reaching up with the hips, and then taking big cactus circles with the right arm, opening up into the chest and the shoulder. Lower back down. And then transitioning into a downward facing dog, spreading fingers wide, pressing down through the knuckles, hips nice and high, gazing back towards the feet or between the legs and pedaling out your feet. From here, take baby steps all the way up to ragdoll at the top of your mat, swaying side to side, holding opposite elbows if that feels nice. And then slowly roll up through the spine, coming up to stand, preparing for Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, step on back to plank and lower onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chest. And then exhale, press on back into downward facing dog, taking any movement that you need. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Look forward, bend your knees, step on up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms down, around and up as you lift to stand. Exhale, hands through prayer Tadasana. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, press your hands down, step back to plank, chaturanga this time. Inhale, upward facing dog, hips hover. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Maybe the legs begin to straighten a little bit more, heels making their way down towards your mat. Bend your knees, look forward, step on up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise on up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hands through Prayer Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bowing down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, maybe hopping back into chaturanga this time. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take our flow from here. On your next breath in, right leg lifts up to the sky, three-legged dog. And then step your right foot in between the hands. Steady yourself, hug inner thighs together and rise on up into high lunge. Arms reach up, squaring your hips to face forward. Strong and stable in the legs, lots of energy out through your back heel. And from here, on your next breath in, extend that front leg. Exhale, rebend as you cactus your arms, lift your chest. Inhale, extend arms and legs. Exhale, bend and cactus, squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, this time taking your arms out to the side, preparing for an eagle bind. Cross your right arm on top of the left, binding once or twice. Draw your belly button towards your spine, core engaged. Lock in your focus as you shift your weight into your front foot. Slow your breath as you lower your torso, spine parallel to the ground. Kick your back leg back as you lift up into a warrior 3 variation. Find a spot on the floor to focus on. Kick strongly through the back foot. Slow deep breaths as you find your balance. Keep your core engagement as you slowly, like a pendulum, rise up to stand, bending that left knee in towards your chest. Crossing that left ankle now on top of the right knee and sinking your hips down and back into a standing pigeon. Keep hold of that core engagement. Spread your eagle wings out wide. Focusing on your breath really helps with the balance. And then keeping your foot off the floor as you transition back into a warrior 3, extending the left foot back with grace and strength, sweeping your arms back too. So much energy out through the back foot. Your standing leg might be feeling a bit tired, building so much strength here. Keep fighting to hold your balance. And now make your way into runner's lunge. Big breath. Inhale, stepping back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take any movement that you need to shake out those legs. And we'll move on with the second side. So on your next breath in, sweep that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, stepping forward. Finding your balance, lift on up into high lunge, bending deeply through the left knee, pressing back strongly with the right heel. And then from here we work into our legs. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and cactus the arms. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, finding that focus and clarity. This time staying in your high lunge of your cactus arms, extending your arms, left arm crossing over top for your eagle bind this time. Locking in that focus, begin to shift on forward, core is engaged, lifting your back leg up into that warrior 3 variation. Find a slight rotation of your right hip point down to the floor. And then bending a little bit through that standing leg, come on up to stand, hugging that right knee in towards your chest before crossing right ankle over top of left knee and sinking back into your standing pigeon. Extend your arms out wide, keeping your core engaged as you transition now back into warrior 3, finding that spot on the floor that's not moving, and then transition into runner's lunge, flowing through your vinyasa, or skip it if you need a break. And we'll all meet in a downward facing dog. On your next breath in, right leg lifts, three-legged dog, opening up your hip. Bending your right heel towards your glute. Level out your hips, extend your right leg back up. And then stepping your right foot in between your hands, open up into warrior 2. Peek down at that front toe, make sure you can see your big toe, otherwise you need to open up your right knee a little bit more. From here, transitioning into side angle, right forearm to right thigh, or maybe taking your right hand fingertips down to the ground. And if you have your block, just setting it up here to the outside edge of your right foot and a little bit ahead. Come on back up into reverse warrior. And then from here, transitioning into half moon. This is where we use our block or prop if you have it. Opening up your hips, pressing strongly through the lifted leg. And then bending your standing leg, gracefully transitioning back into a reverse warrior, and we'll flow through these postures. So you're going to inhale, make your way forward into a half moon, and then exhale back into reverse warrior as gracefully as you possibly can. And just laughing at yourself if you wobble or fall, trying again. It's not easy. Taking one more round up into your half moon and then back into reverse warrior. So nice, extend through your front leg and then turn to face the long edge of your mat. Sink deeply your hips down into Skandasana at the back of your mat, so you're bending deeply into the left knee. And then plop your bum down, coming to sit. And we're set up for a seated twist, so stepping your left foot over top of the right and twisting to the left. Unwind your twist, and then stacking your left knee directly on top of right for a half Gomukhasana, sliding your hands underneath your extended right leg and folding forward any amount. Lift on up, cross at your ankles and transition into a plank and flowing through a vinyasa. On your next breath in, left leg reaches up to the sky, three-legged dog, bending your left knee, opening up your hip. Trying to keep the shoulders level as much as possible. And then level out your hips, stepping your left foot in between the hands, planting your back heel down, open up into warrior 2. Nice and strong again with the legs here. Transitioning into side angle. Adjusting your prop, so it's a little bit more over to the left and ahead of your foot. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. And then from here, planting your hand onto your prop, lifting up into a half moon. We're trying to lift that right hip up. So we're opening up our hips to the side of the room. Bend your standing leg, step on back into that reverse warrior, and we'll find our flow. Doing your best. Inhale, half moon. And exhale, reverse warrior. Notice if your balance is a bit better or worse on this side. I look like I'm struggling a bit this side. Keeping your core nice and engaged, focusing on your breath. And just allowing yourself to trust in your body, but not worrying if you fall. Alright, transitioning into Skandasana, bending deeply into the right knee, sinking your hips as low as you can. And then transition onto your seat, keeping your right knee bent, and then stepping right foot across the left leg, setting up for your twist, twisting to the right, left arm hugging right knee. Spine is long, shoulders away from your ears. Unwind your twist, stacking right knee on top of left for half Gomukhasana and folding forward, sliding hands under your extended knee. Just accepting what happened today with your balance and being kind to yourself. Unwind. Alright, come on forward into your plank and flowing through one more vinyasa. If you choose to do so, you can always skip it. And from your downward dog, come on forward into a seat and we'll set up for deer pose. So we're making 90-degree angles with the legs, right shin in front, left shin in line with the long edge of your mat. And I want to emphasize finding the stretch on the inside of the thigh of the left leg. You might need to just shift around and shuffle to find where you feel the stretch the most. And if you like to fold forward in this position, go right ahead. Alright, and we'll take that switch into the other side. So just lift up your knees and turn to face the back of your mat. So now you should have your left shin parallel with the front edge of your mat, right shin parallel with the longer edge of your mat. And once again, just shuffle around until you find the best stretch for you. So we're in external rotation in the front leg and internal rotation on the back leg. Return to a cross-legged seat. Find some shoulder rolls. Releasing tension from the arms, find some swings, crossing at your elbows. And we'll take some closing breaths together. Inhale, sweep arms up. Open mouth, exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bowing forward in gratitude for your practice. Thank you for joining. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I can't wait to practice with you again.